So we're here to tell you how much fun we're having on the Beta Boat Brigade, and to encourage you to get here next time and join us. We're all first timers, and we've been thinking about coming for a while and just putting it off, and one thing or another we let get in the way, and now finally we came. And at least for me, I wish it had been a lot sooner. I feel like I've had so much fun this time that I'm going to definitely come back again. And there are people who were on the verge of coming this time, but who didn't show up, and we're missing all of you. And you know who you are, and we want you here in 2 years.
This guy is George Slover, for those of you that don't know. A roommate of mine for a period of time in the house back in the glory days. I graduated in '76. Rob Connell had the privilege of being president for a while, and we've talked about that experience in relation to this movie. You might have heard of Animal House, and I relate to that because I had the short hair in the house at the time, and all the animals had longer hair. And I felt like the president in Animal House, who was the only clean-cut guy, although he was a bit of a wild ass himself. Well, that spirit lives on here today, and I came all the way from Oregon, the Oregon coast, to make it here. And like George, I wish I'd come before. You know, I mean, this is really, really cool. And I was thinking about that last night. We were all gathered to watch the Vanderbilt game, and I won't go into the details of that game. No one wants to live through that again. But it was like the fraternity house 40 years on. Nothing had changed except people are taking more medications now that are legal than they used to. And the vibe was the same. There's a bit of drinking going on, so if you're not a drinker, bring your Gatorade with you and you'll do just fine. But everything's been supplied. These houseboats are fabulous. It's more luxury than I thought. I thought it was going to be like camping out on the lake, but it is really high class. And our faithful helpers, including Gordon, who's behind the camera, have been doing this for years, and they've got it down to a science. So don't miss this. Come and see us. I'm coming back.
Well, I am William B. Webster, 1268. Also known as Pappy. Graduated in '75, and this is my first time up here. I wanted to see how my brothers had advanced morally and intellectually over the years, and I'm glad to say no one did any better than I did. So it's been great. Should have done this a long time ago. It somehow didn't penetrate my skull until this year. But it is like 40 years ago, and it's just the same group of humorous and twisted individuals as it should be. So definitely should come back. It's worth every bit of it.
I'm Peter Oldham, class of '78, and I guess I'm the youngest one that's ever been on this trip. And I've run into some betas in Nashville, and I've heard about this trip for the last, I guess, 3 or 4 years. And, you know, I was a little apprehensive in the months leading up, wondering, you know, who's going to be there and would I know anybody, because the guys that started it had graduated before I even got to Vanderbilt. And when I heard Rob was coming and George, didn't know Pappy was coming until later, I realized I'd know a bunch of people, and so I wanted to come on. And I debated, should I drive myself in case, I get harassed out of here and by all the old guys. But the atmosphere is just great. It's very open, just like it was, like one of y'all said, back at the fraternity house. Everybody just very accepting. Everybody's had a lot of things happen in their lives, and it's fun to share that stuff in a totally non-judgmental atmosphere. So I'm definitely going to come back. I'm going to try to get some other 78ers and 79ers involved in the next few years, because would definitely be something worth continuing for a while.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Gordon.